Hi, my name is Ruzan Tata. I'm from Section C, PGPM 2527. And today I'll be talking about unemployment and the jobless growth in India. I hope you can see my screen. So we'll look forward at the challenges, the solutions. Um, what is the phenomenon of jobless growth? It's when economic success, which India is obviously doing, fails to create any opportunities for majority of the population. So India has had a very fantastic economic growth in the past few years, and especially in the last 1 or 2 decades. But there has been a very stagnant job creation in the market. So there are mixed signals in India's employment landscape. So overall unemployment is around 3.1%. But majorly, as we can see, the youth are facing a challenge where there is a 10% unemployment rate for the people aged between 15 and 30 years. If we speak about the historical context of Indian employment in the post-independence era, as we can see, the various five-year plans were implemented, prioritizing agriculture and public sector. They never really focused much on manufacturing. We directly jumped to the services sector, as we learned in our course. And even post-liberalization, we shifted, as you can see, to the capital-intensive and service sectors, where there was an IT boom, but service sector is not able to generate much employment. That's the reason India still faces a lack of jobs in the market. There have been certain recent shocks in the market, as we know, by demonetization, then GST, then the pandemic came, and currently we are also facing a war in the Middle East as well. So there have been certain shocks definitely which have affected the market. If we develop a strategy to regenerate employment for the youth of India, we can see that there are we can start with four different types of strategies. One is a skill development expansion. One is an informal sector formalization, where we have a lot of informal jobs in our market, but they are not completely formalized. One is another, which is a tough task, but is manufacturing revival. One is a rural employment boost as well. And it is being done through certain schemes such as the Manrega scheme as well. I've drafted the implementation timeline from 2025 to 2030. Um, there is a short-term, medium-term, and long-term implementation of the strategy. Let's take a brief look at the barriers which could affect this implementation. One is the rigid labor laws in India. Definitely, they could hamper the job market. There's a lot of bureaucratic bottlenecks. There's a lot of corruption going on. So obviously, that also creates another barrier for job developments. And also, there is, of course, social and political friction, which has always existed in India. Yes, there's a demographic dividend of the young Indian population, which we know, right? And the last slide talks about the global competitiveness, where it is a strategic necessity for India to create as many jobs as possible for the youth. And without any inclusive employment, India risks being bypassed in the next wave of global industrialization, where other countries are overtaking India. So addressing jobless growth is not a secondary concern, it is central to India's national destiny. And thank you very much.